Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rady Faculty of Health Sciences session of the 143rd Spring Convocation of the University of Manitoba. My name is Mel Braun. I'm a professor of voice and I work with opera ensembles at the Des Hotels Faculty of Music. I will be your master of ceremonies this afternoon. You're certainly welcome to take pictures during the ceremony, but we ask that you do so from your seats so as not to block the view. You're also reminded to turn your cell phones to silent at this time. As you can see, mask use continues to be mandatory at the University of Manitoba, and all those in attendance today must wear either a KN95 mask or a 3-ply medical mask. Looks like we've got lots of those medical masks here, so well done. If you do need a mask, they are available at the back of the atrium. Following the ceremony, you're welcome to attend a reception. Students will recess to the reception area in the J.A. Hildes Court and the Joe Dupe Concourse in Level 2 of the Basic Medical Sciences building. Please plan to meet your graduate in the reception area. Next, I would draw your attention to the guests seated here in front of me, who are special guests of the president of our university. I also extend a welcome to the department heads and faculty members of the College of Dentistry and the School of Dental Hygiene. They have joined us today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the entrance of the academic session and our graduating students. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge that the University of Manitoba campuses are located on original lands of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Ojibwe, Dakota, and Dene peoples, and on the homeland of the Métis Nation. We are pleased to recognize and honor today's Métis graduates by displaying a specially created Convocation sash on the center table. We respect the treaties that were made on these territories. We acknowledge the harms and mistakes of the past, and we dedicate ourselves to move forward in partnership with Indigenous communities in a spirit of reconciliation and collaboration. Now, graduates, if you could please rise for the traditional honor song given by Vanessa Lilly, and then remain standing to join Cameron Dewar, who will be accompanied by Anson Chan on piano in the singing of O Canada.
Feel free to join us in song.
True patriot love
Good afternoon. Please be seated. As President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Manitoba, I formally declare this session of the 143rd Spring Convocation to be open. I can't tell you how thrilled I am to be here to celebrate the class of 2022, how truly wonderful it is to be gathered in person. I will admit, I kind of want to put little squares around your faces so that I can see you in the same of a Zoom screen, but it's so nice to be in person and to be able to gather together. And I never thought in my life that I would feel that gathering together was a privilege. But in fact, this is what COVID has taught us. We have many distinguished guests with us today, and I would like to acknowledge our Chancellor, Miss Anne Mann. I would like to welcome today's recipient of the highest honor, the Honorary Doctorate degree, Senator Mary Jane McCallum. I would also like to welcome to our platform today Dr. David Docherty, President and Vice Chancellor of Brandon University, Ms. Lynette Magnus, Vice Chair of the Board of Governors, Dr. Nancy Ayung, President of the University of Manitoba Dental Alumni Association, Dr. Arlene Brody, Register of the College of Dental Hygienists of Manitoba, and Dr. Arun Misra, Register of the Manitoba Dental Association. Also on the platform today are members of the senior administration of the university, deans and associate deans, who have played such an important role in the achievements that we celebrate today. Welcome, Tanzi. Thank you to all of you for joining us at this important ceremony. What this group of graduates has experienced in the past 2 years at the Rady Faculty of Health Science is, well, historic. You have endured 2 years of a global pandemic, demonstrating remarkable resilience and commitment. Your generation has been tested like few others before, and because of this, I know you are all graduating today as exceptional professionals who have developed courage and a compassion that we cannot easily replicate outside of these extraordinary times. We are already so proud of you, and we know you have many more contributions to make in your careers ahead. As you continue in the demanding field of dentistry, I remind you to please take care of yourself and your mental health. You have already come so far and overcome so much, but remember that we're here for you on the journey ahead. You don't have to be resilient on your own. Stay connected to your university and to the community that help you get to where you are. To the family and friends here today, I know how meaningful this moment is for you. My parents sacrificed much for my brothers and I remember the joy of watching my own sons graduate. You've stood by this class throughout their years of study, and you saw the challenges that they faced. Thank you for being here, and congratulations to this remarkable class of innovators and leaders. Well done. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Brian Postal, Dean of the Rady Faculty of Health Sciences and the Max Rady College of Medicine. When the winners of the 2022 Doctors Manitoba Awards were announced in early spring, we learned that all 8 of the recipients are connected to the Max Rady College of Medicine. Dr. Postal is one such recipient, and he is being recognized with a Distinguished Service Award. The fact that all of this year's recipients are tied to the faculty is a testament to the caliber of training Rady students receive and also to the strengths of Dean Postal's leadership. It's my pleasure to call Dr. Postal to the podium.
Good afternoon, everybody. President, Chancellor, Senator McCallum, family, friends, and graduates. It's a terrific day for all of you, for graduates of the Gerald Niznick College of Dentistry and the School of Dental Hygiene. You've been through a very strenuous program that has the, I think, fascinating characteristics of drinking from a fire hose, like all of the health colleges, but with the additional requirement of the development of pretty highly tuned technical skills. This isn't just about studying, it isn't just about health systems, it's about how do you technically apply interventions in a way that serves patients. Now, as the President has said, you've been through COVID. I'll say again, as I always say, that COVID is not over. The pandemic is not over. You will continue to face this throughout your careers. And one of the fascinating things about COVID and you as students and the professions that you're joining, and I can tell you, Dean Chalakis was very engaged on this issue when COVID first arrived. And that was the concern, especially with aerosolization. How do we protect students and faculty when we knew actually so little about the virus? Well, it's been, I think, a remarkable testament to a number of things that there hasn't been much spread in dental offices, negligible. And to me, that's a testament to two things. One, your skills at donning and doffing and paying attention to PPE. And secondly, to the fact that I think we sometimes forget that PPE actually works. Wearing a mask, sanitizing as frequently as you need to, and being aware of your surroundings all have an impact on the spread. And I think the lack of spread is really a testament to those issues. Now, I said earlier today, all of healthcare faces the dilemma, and the dental professions are no different, that dental care, like healthcare, is not an equitable phenomenon. Not everybody can access it in a way that serves their needs. And like healthcare, those populations are often people of color, Indigenous people, the elderly, those living in dense urban settings, sometimes on the street. And I think the question for you as new graduates is, how do you find ways to serve that population? Because that's where a significant amount of need exists. Now, the federal government has recently announced, as part of a political process, that they intend to expand dental services to exactly those populations, at least in the first instance. So I think I look forward to you having an opportunity to better serve those communities and to join other health professions. And I think one of your advantages is you've now been through some education experiences and training where the issue of interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary care has been part of your education. So how do we tap each other and all of the professions to better meet the needs of the people that we serve? So good luck, thank you very much, and enjoy your last few days before you go to work.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Anastasia Kalakis-Chalakis, the Dean of the Dr. Gerald Niznick College of Dentistry at the University of Manitoba, and I'm honored today to be reading this citation. The highest honor of the Senate of a university that can confer upon an individual is an honorary doctorate. At the University of Manitoba, the criteria include distinguished achievement in scholarship, the arts, or public service. Our honorary graduate this afternoon is Dr. Mary Jane McCallum. Dr. McCallum. Dr. Mary Jane McCallum, a First Nations woman of Cree heritage, has made an extraordinary impact as a champion for healthcare in Northern and Indigenous communities, a social justice advocate, and an Indigenous leader. Dr. McCallum is believed to be the first Indigenous woman in Canada to become a dentist. In 2017, she was appointed to the Canadian Senate, where she continues to represent Manitoba. In 2021, she became the first Indigenous Chancellor and the first woman Chancellor of Brandon University. A citizen of the Barren Lands First Nation in Brochet, Manitoba, Dr. McCallum attended residential school in Guy Hill for 11 years. After earning diplomas in dental nursing and dental therapy, she graduated from the University of Manitoba with her dentistry degree in 1990. Dr. McCallum was 2 years ahead of me in dental school. During 3 decades of distinguished service and leadership as a dentist, her roles included leading the U of M Dental Clinic in Churchill and working for the Federal First Nations and Inuit Health Branch, delivering care across northern Manitoba. She also served as a dental officer for the Assembly of Manitoba Chiefs, led the Aboriginal Dental Health Program at U of M, and for a number of years practiced on the Opaskwayak Cree Nation Reserve near the Paw. While working for more than a decade in her home community of Brochet, she provided dental care and managed community health services such as a diabetes program and a prenatal program. She was a tireless advocate for better housing and education, ensuring that the community consulted with elders about local issues. Dr. McCallum has been praised as a peace builder who works in a spirit of hope and optimism. In 2021, when Canadian Mennonite University honored her with its PAX Award, she was described as a person of profound insight, grace, and courage. She has used her voice to draw attention to the social determinants of health, such as inequitable access to care for First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people. Improvement will come, she has said, through decolonizing their healthcare system, reclaiming traditional teachings, and supporting patients' mental, emotional, and spiritual healing in addition to their physical care. Dr. McCallum retired from dentistry in 2021. As a senator and a university chancellor, she is committed to seeking conciliation between Indigenous peoples and Canada. She gives presentations about her experience as a former student of a residential school in order to raise awareness and build understanding. Madam Chancellor, it is an honor for me to ask on behalf of the Senate of the University of Manitoba that you confer the degree on Dr. Mary Jane McCallum, the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining.
Tansy. Good afternoon to everyone. I just want to start with an opening prayer. Kitsimanitu, kinanas kumitten. Kinanas kumitten idum stay median. Kitam tawanskaya nanuts. Kitam tabagitatamuyan. Kitam tawapatamanas ki nipigoste kisik. Gosti o it niwa utaga pi mama wapitik. Kinanas kumitten. Kwes sigas kita yan tamam tunidi taman. Tawapian, tapitaman. Tayam yan. Igosti kwes igas kita yan tapatita yan chichia igostin skata. Kitsmanitu. Piwitap minalanuts. Creator, thank you for all that you have given me, for the ability to wake another day and to draw breath once again, to see the earth, sky, water, and all the people that are gathered here today. Thank you for all that you give me, for the ability to think critically, for the ability to see, to hear, to speak, to pray, and for having full mobility of my arms and legs. Thank you. Creator, come and join us today in celebrating the accomplishments of these fine young people. I want to acknowledge what an honor it is to stand beside you today. What an honor and privilege it is to be here among you, your families and your friends, to help celebrate your lives, your gifts, your accomplishments, and your graduation. With the culmination of this part of your earth journey, you are entering into a higher level of education, one you can never learn from a textbook. And that is amalgamating your university education and marrying it with your life skills and values to ensure you deliver the best health services to your patients. Our journey in life is about making choices. When I started providing dental care as a dentist, I initially chose to treat my patients in a very different way from the way my elders, family, community, and mentors had treated me as a child. I chose to separate the mouth from the rest of the body and didn't acknowledge that I had the honor of treating a human being with a spirit and who deserved to be treated as such. I don't know where I lost my connection to myself, but it did start at residential school. And it's something that as dentists or dental hygienists that we must continually remind ourselves. As a dentist, I had my own agenda, and that was to complete the patient's treatment plan as expeditiously as possible with very little consideration or input from my patients. It was just a drill, fill, and bill moment. A small child that I was treating made me realize what I was doing because she looked at me in fear as I was trying to take a radiograph. And when you have time, when I believed that time was of the essence. It took me about 10 years to decolonize from the Western way of working on patients and change the way I interacted with my patients. I learned that many of the problems, including dental disease, faced by First Nations patients and others, comes from the adverse impacts of oppression and colonialism. Bacteria initiates dental disease, but it's the social determinants of health that ensures that the disease remains prevalent. Social determinants like overcrowded housing, water and food insecurity, and now gas insecurity, domestic and intimate partner violence, lack of opportunity regarding employment and income, and addictions. When you are struggling to meet the daily needs of the dental and medical care, when you are struggling to meet the daily needs of life, dental and medical care is not on top of the list. I understand that now. This doesn't occur only with First Nations. This is a national problem, and it occurs with every culture. That was why I no longer asked my patients, especially the children in my children's dental program, why they didn't brush their teeth. Instead, I asked myself, did they have enough sleep last night? Did they have enough to eat last night? And did they eat this morning on their way to school? Did they get a hug from their parents? Were they safe last night? Did they have enough space? Was there violence in the home, including mental and emotional violence? And are they addressed appropriately for the weather? You see, many of our patients don't only have dental or medical problems that they come to us to fix. These problems have a mental health background generated by the system. Always remember that when a patient enters our clinic, there are two lifelines that occur. The first lifeline occurs when the patient reaches out to you and asks you to help them and requests your unique expertise to help them. The second lifeline is how you respond to this patient, to this request. That is within our control and decision. This is what separates a technician, where you're just drilling and filling. It separates the technician from the health professional. I have learned that what my patient deserves is non-judgment, compassion, and quality care and their involvement. And this is what the patients taught me. And you get to be able to understand it because dentistry itself is so humbling. You know, I go into work and work on this extremely difficult restoration, and I would leave thinking, I can do any filling. Walk in the next day, see another carious tooth, and say, now what am I going to do with this? So it humbles people, and that allows us to learn compassion. These are values that you cannot learn from a textbook, and that many of you already carry inside you. Sometimes the system hasn't allowed these values to be fully integrated into our healthcare education and system. As a student, I gave up my power and spirit to others bit by bit, and it was in the decolonizing that I retrieved them. How are we going to use our free will and our uniqueness to fashion the path of our collective destiny? Yes, our destiny is collective, Indigenous and non-Indigenous of Canada, and we can never get away from that. So the sooner that we start embracing all cultures, the better and faster that our Canada will grow. We are here today to honor you for your dedication in working and completing your degrees and acknowledge what sometimes is a superhuman feat to accomplish what you have with your courses, your lab work, your patients, the expectations laid out on you. I know, it's incredible that people are given that challenge and that they have overcome it with such grace. We honor you for your tenacity in stepping out and recognizing that the combination of personal, professional, spiritual, and traditional development is important, and that you will continue a lifelong pursuit of development, knowledge, and wisdom, regardless of any barriers. You know, when you look at people going, when I retired and knew that I could still provide service to people that you step up to the plate, and many people have. We acknowledge that all humans, regardless of race, color, religion, comes from a heritage of strength, and that we use that strength to advocate for a better, a healthier, and a more just life for all Canadians. We have the capability to contribute to that. We encourage you to continue to pursue knowledge and wisdom so that you may continue to give back to society to make it a better place for those that are yet to be born. The passion, energy, and responsibility you exhibit have the ability to create collective momentum and empowerment. We need collective action now, especially in light of climate disaster. We encourage you to continue to embrace what lies ahead, good or bad, knowing it is to develop character, soul, and spirit. I wanted to quote from this children's book, Be a Good Ancestor, by Leona Prince and Gabriel Prince, published this year, where the authors state, "Be a good ancestor with yourself. Children become adults, adults become leaders, leaders become elders, and elders become ancestors." And the more we think of ourselves as living ancestors, to the generations yet to come, the more we respect the roles that we play today. So I want to congratulate you and all your family, all your support for being here today. Kinanas kumitnawa. Thank you.
We now turn our attention to the academic achievements of our graduating students. Before proceeding with the conferral of degrees, we would first like to recognize a few students who have achieved the highest standing in their class. We begin with the Governor General's Bronze Medal. Charmaine Carlos is the recipient of the Governor General's Bronze Medal. This medal is awarded to the student with the highest academic standing in a 2-year diploma program other than agriculture. Charmaine graduates today with a diploma in dental hygiene. She's also a graduate of Maples Collegiate in Winnipeg. Throughout her time at University of Manitoba, Charmaine volunteered as the student representative of the Canadian Dental Hygienist Association. She valued being able to integrate her clinical experience and textbook knowledge into her future practice. Distinguished guests, the recipient of the Governor General's Bronze Medal, Charmaine Carlos. And now the University Gold Medal in Dentistry. Edward Lamb is the recipient. Edward is the recipient of the University of Manitoba Gold Medal in Dentistry, which is awarded for outstanding achievement in the college. Edward is a graduate of Kelvin High School here in the city. During his time at the University of Manitoba, Edward overcame the intensity of his studies through strong friendships built with his fellow classmates. He learned to approach every task with a positive mindset. Today, Edward graduates with a Doctor of Dental Medicine. A complete list of the winners of medals and prizes is shown in your program. I invite you to read this at your leisure. I think it might be part of the QR code. It's now time for Chancellor Anne Mann to address Convocation.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Anin, Tansei, Tanshi, Homitokopape, bonjour. Can you believe it? Can you believe you're finally here? We're all together, we're celebrating you, and you've done it. I think that's quite an overwhelmingly amazing thing considering the last 2 years that we've had. Do you know that 11,171 students convocated online while we couldn't be together? And so just like President Benarosh said, we can't take this moment for granted. It's very special. I hope that during your time at the U of M, you found a piece of yourself while you studied here. Education is a powerful tool for learning about the world and ourselves and for creating change. As you move into the next phase of your life on this special day, I'm going to make a very unusual suggestion to consider now losing part of yourself. Gandhi said, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service to others. As graduates of this respected faculty, you're already able to define yourselves as people who help others. I applaud that. Still, I'd like to encourage you to broaden your definition of service. For instance, your fellow alumnus, Dr. Nirvani Umadat, as a dental student, volunteered in Guatemala, helping patients there. She got hooked and traveled the world, volunteering her time to help patients. During these travels, she came to realize that she could help solve patient admissions problems in South America, and so she co-developed a company that now addresses issues surrounding this. She also ended up in a NASA citizen scientist program that eventually connected her with the European Space Agency, and now she advises it on how to maintain oral health in space. Nirvani's adventures and her impact helping patients in the developing world grew from her one decision to try a new volunteer opportunity. Nirvani reminds us that there are many ways to serve. My close friend, former refugee Muhi Adams says, our lives make no sense if we're not helping others. Service creates meaning and gives purpose. We learn about others and about ourselves, and this can change us. I know this because I'm living it. I volunteered 35 years ago. I started since the days of my time at the University of Manitoba. The volunteering propelled me into curiosity about the people I was meeting. I ended up writing books that tell the personal stories of some of the marginalized and the vulnerable. People like refugees and newcomers, ex-gang members, and women who grew up in the child welfare system. Community activist Greg Boyle says, we go to the margins not to change the margins, but to change ourselves. May we see ourselves in each other, our own suffering, and our own strength. I know I have found inspiration from the people I have come to know. We need to develop in ourselves that which the world needs more of. For me, that's understanding and empathy. What inspires you can change everything. I read that recently on a piece of University of Manitoba marketing material, and I feel kind of funny quoting it here, but I believe it to be a really true statement. What inspires you can change everything. It can change your own life, and it can change the world. That's what happened to me, and over time, why I was invited to be the Chancellor of your university, which I might add is a volunteer role too. How do you become inspired? Inspiration is everywhere if you are open to it and if you stay present. Inspiration is our own responsibility. Author Shauna Nyquist says, you can't manhandle inspiration or make demands of it, but you can put yourself in the path of it. Service offers us that. Throughout the pandemic, we have truly learned that we are all interconnected and we all need each other. Service is more important than ever as we work together to reestablish the connections that have been lost in the past 2 years and to return us to each other. University of Manitoba, class of 2022, as you go out to build your lives, lose yourselves, stay open, follow your inspiration, and let yourself be changed. May you become the people who are answers to the questions in our world. You are extraordinary students forged during extraordinary times. Never, ever forget this and be proud of yourselves. Congratulations, Mamuta Kusawin, Gegi Mino Jigam, Wash Te Tonka, Félicitations.
Madam Chancellor, I now have the honor to request, on behalf of the University Senate, that you confer upon the candidates the degrees earned by them, as these shall later be announced. Will those who are about to receive degrees please rise?
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degrees of Doctor of Laws honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. Oh, no, that is not what I was supposed to read. Next page. You all now have honorary degrees. Forgive me. Let's try this again. By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degrees and diplomas to which you are severally entitled, with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. Thank you. I was thinking the same thing. I also admit in absentia those who have completed their requirements for these degrees and diplomas, but who are not today able to be present.
Congratulations, you are now graduates of the University of Manitoba, which means you can move your tassel from your right to your left. I would ask that those of you in the first row please remain standing, and the others, you may resume your seats. Madam Chancellor, may I now present the candidates whom you have admitted to the degrees of Doctor of Dental Medicine and Bachelor of Science in Dentistry, with Dean Anastasia Kalakis-Chalakis of the College of Dentistry presenting the parchments. Yep. Bassam Austin Abbas. Arushi Dawan. Jessica Gonzalez. Joseph Grauer. Ramnik Singh Grover. Christine Hannah Lee. Aaron Jerui Quach. Isabella Joanna Sarzinski. Keaton Alexander Wong. And the University Gold Medal winner, Edward Lamb. And now, Madam Chancellor, may I present the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Doctor of Dental Medicine. Jake Abara. Sinjin Vance Bilowan. Domenica Elena Carissa Buetti. Sandeep Kaur Chahal. Vikram Chugg. Paige Alexandra Daly. Dolly Deng. Ricky Han. Brody Mark Jackson. Kian Karimzadeh Somarin. Sydney Lowen. Simrat Mali. Jungsu Moon. Melena Maria Murgas. Dhaval Kumar Patel. Braden Jonathan Patterson. Arunava Ray Chaudhry. J.R. Salinas. David Chung Hyung Song. May Taha. Shirley Wang. Michael Wu. Patricia Ann C. Zoletta. And now, Madam Chancellor, may I present the candidates whom you've admitted to the Diploma in Dental Hygiene, with Acting Director Laura MacDonald of the School of Dental Hygiene presenting the parchments. Barbara Nascimento Albuquerque. Vanessa Rose Berrien. Kylie Ray Birch. Governor General's Bronze Medal winner, Charmaine Carlos. Miriam Patricia Marie Chartier. Jen Go. Miranda Lynn Hall. Pamela Joseph. Andrea Rebecca Clausen. Kayla Ryan Kolaski. Mackenzie Taylor Klump. Chelsea Emmanuel Lim. Andrea Arago Linsangan. Amber Ryan Brooke McDonald. Nikki Nava. John Nguyen. Eberichukwu Blessed Nelevidim. Vidi Patel. Kelsey Dawn Peters. Ria Rai. Rachel Erin Rieger. Patricia Simbulan. Liane Soriano. Leah Teal. Emily Terpkoska. Michelle Vo.
would like to invite now the dentistry graduates to stand and proceed to read the pledge. So we'll all read it together. It's in your program. So the Dentistry Declaration. In light of all I hold sacred, we can say it all together. I'm not doing this by myself, so please join me. In light of all I hold sacred, in the presence of my family, friends, and colleagues, I herewith solemnly declare that I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity. My first consideration will be the health and well-being of my patient. I will abide by the practice standard and the codes of ethics of the profession. I will strive towards improving my knowledge and skills to the benefit of my patients. I will respect the confidence of my patients and will not improperly divulge them. I will strive to be a worthy member of the oral health professions. I will uphold the name of my university and promote its welfare. Thank you. You can now take a seat. Congratulations.
Congratulations. And now I will call upon the Diploma in Dental Hygiene students to stand and recite the Dental Hygiene Pledge found on the back of your page, the mini program, and we too will recite this together. In light of all I hold sacred, in the presence of my family, friends, and colleagues, I herewith solemnly declare that I will serve the public both individually and collectively in oral disease prevention, oral health, and health promotion. I will honor and respect their privacy and well-being. I will abide by the practice standards and code of ethics of the profession. I will uphold the competency and strive towards the pursuit of knowledge. I will strive to enhance the art and science of the oral health profession. I will encourage unity and collaboration among my oral health colleagues. I will uphold the name of my university and promote its welfare. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, Chancellor Mann, President Benarosh, guests and graduates, family and friends. My name is Tracy Bowman, and I'm the Executive Director of Alumni Relations at the University of Manitoba and a very proud UM alum. I'm delighted to be here celebrating with all of you, UM's newest graduates, on your very special day. Congratulations on your graduation. Today you turn the page and begin an exciting new chapter of your lives. There are discoveries yet to be made and stories yet to be written. Take time to reflect upon your University of Manitoba experience. Take pride in how it has shaped you and envision how it will bring you closer to accomplishing your goals. Today marks not only a culmination of your efforts and dedication towards your studies, but also the next phase of what we hope will be a lifelong relationship with your alma mater. As alumni, you are UM's best ambassadors, advocates, champions, thought leaders, and one of the finest examples of how a degree and a diploma from the University of Manitoba helps better our world. Some fellow notable alumni include Dr. Nirvani Umadad, who Chancellor Mann already acknowledged. She's an esteemed dental surgeon and co-founder of Bedden, and for all that she has accomplished, including what Chancellor Mann said, she was a 2021 Distinguished Alumni Award recipient in the Outstanding Young Alumni category. Dr. Lauren Gallup, developer of Oracea and Periostat, non-antibiotic formulation drugs used internationally in the treatment of chronic inflammatory diseases, and Dr. Gerald Niznick, the originator of the modern implant dentistry, whose Corvent implant system in less than a decade became the most widely used dental implant system in the world. Today, you join these individuals and over 183,000 other alumni living in 140 countries around the world. And we are all cheering you on and wish you every success. You can think of the alumni community as a network for guidance, mentorship, and career opportunities. I encourage you to stay connected with your alma mater and with each other by joining us online or on campus to discover what's new and to participate in events and activities like Learning for Life lectures, online mentoring program Cafe, the annual Homecoming Bisons football game, the Alumni Book Club, or the Career Lab, a program built for new grads just like you that includes career development and financial literacy webinars. Congratulations, graduates, on your tremendous achievements today. From here, you can go anywhere, and we are so proud to have you as part of the alumni community. Thank you, and enjoy your day with family and friends.
So this morning, or this afternoon, you all left home as students of the University of Manitoba. And today you'll leave as dental hygienists and dentists. This morning, we heard from Elder Margaret Lavallee, who spoke about honoring our earth, honoring our environment, honoring our elders. At lunch today, Dr. McCallum spoke of accepting this award not on behalf of herself, but on behalf of all the people who have supported her through her career and have worked with her. And so, before we recess today, I think it would be fitting for our dentists and dental hygienists to stand to acknowledge the family and friends, professors and staff who have supported you through your degree. So why don't we do that now? Look in the audience, find your family, and let's give them a big round of applause. You may be seated. On that note, I hereby declare that today's convocation is recessed until Tuesday, June 7th, 2022 at 3 p.m. I would like to invite everyone here today to a reception immediately following this ceremony. And I'd like to ask everybody in the audience to please remain seated until the academic procession and the students have left the hall.